I love the CMU representation. A lot of you guys. Yes. Hold on. I'll message you. Zach, you're welcome to start whenever you want.
Cool. All right. By the way, is anybody here watching the FCon? Nobody? All right. Cool. Well, let me put this on a slideshow. Thank you guys for coming. This is very exciting for us. We have been working on this for many, many months, and this is the first time we're gonna release our API and our SDK to the public, and we thought there's no better place to do it than with NextHacks and with you guys. So. A little bit about me. I'm Zach. And Eunice is my co-founder, and we are building Overshoot. We are cousins, um, and we've been both obsessed with computer vision and AI. We both worked at Intel and Meta and Uber and all over the place before starting the company. So. Um, Today, I'm going to walk you through Overshoot. Our agenda is really simple. I'm going to tell you a little bit about us, what we do, how our API and our SDK works, and finally, some live demos that Eunice is going to be leading. Um, cool. You can ask questions. Feel free to interrupt me, but if there are a lot of interruptions, we might have to um, leave them till the end. So, what's Overshoot? What's our mission, really? Our mission is that we want to build the infrastructure that will enable AI to see and operate in the physical world. We are very bullish on AI. We believe it has the potential and to make the world a better place. And in order for it to do that, it needs to be able to operate in the physical world. And in order for it to do that, it needs to be able to see. And so we are building that infra. And we're starting with a real-time vision API that we're going to show you in a bit. But before I tell you about that, what is Overshoot? Where is name come from? And that's our philosophy. Our philosophy is that when you're taking a shot at something, you should always aim to overshoot the target. That's how we do. A lot of people often, when they take a shot at something, they tend to undershoot, and that's usually because they try to give themselves reasons. Oh, actually, I didn't try that hard. It's like sort of very nonchalant. But we're very chalant, and we always go full in. And I hope that's what you guys are going to do. When you pick your project, overshoot the project, go for something that's hard to do, something that's impossible. And we hope we give you the SDK and the API to do that. So with that, these are our prizes. Same spirit. We love the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. Here are mine. Um, I'm wearing them right now. We're also giving Hinge, Clash Royale membership for a year, and finally a Times Square billboard. There's no first, second, third, but the first team gets to pick whichever one they want. The second gets to pick, and the third one would be for the last one. And yeah, we're not giving you credits. We don't do any of that stuff. We're just giving you stuff that you guys want. So, all right, let's get to coding. So, essentially, what Overshoot really allows you to do as a developer is it gives you the ability to connect a video stream directly to a vision language model. So we have a bunch of models that we're hosting, and we give you the ability to connect your camera directly to an LLM and then let it say whatever you ask it. So really simple. Connect your camera, write a prompt, select a model, and then start listening for the results. For example, you can tell it, hey, describe what you see. And then it will just start describing everything that it sees as you're going around with your camera. And there are so many things that can be done with this, but the really simple, this is the built-in block for an AI that can see and operate. And its ability to get that visual intelligence in a real time, in a streaming fashion. And that's what we do. And that's what you guys are going to take. And you're going to build all kind of things on top of it. And Eunice is going to show you some of those things later. So really very simple. This is get started with the SDK. First, we recommend you read the documentation. It's really, really simple documentation. It's also very AI friendly. So AI will be able to help you a lot. You can one-shot all kind of apps with it. Install the SDK and then get an API key. And then, yeah, all you need is 3 lines of code. You basically import. These are the default. So you just put your API key, you write your prompt, and this can be really anything that has to do with the visual. It could be detect, I don't know, when I blink or something like that, really. Or correct my form when I'm in the gym. And then yeah, and you start listening for the results. You have this callback function. For now, we just log in the results, and yeah, you can write whatever you want there. And that's kind of this is the piece that you can build a whole vision app with it. I'm gonna pause in case something is unclear before I start digging into the details. All right, I'm gonna keep going. So, yeah, so again, the SDK allows you to connect a camera, a live stream to an LLM, and you get to ask that LLM whatever you want and start listening for the results. You can ask it questions, that's up to you. So how does this work in the background? So imagine we have a stream, right? This is a live video stream. You start it here, and then it moves. This is the red button that shows the time. So now, for example, we are here at this red point, and this is the end of the stream. This is very important because that means the time is moving in this direction, and we're going to be using this to explain everything afterwards. You have this live video stream, and overshoot really processes one clip at a time, and it's returning results to you, right? So you have this green dot, this green sort of thing, and the LLM is seeing that thing as a video. It processes it with your prompt, and it returns you the results. So it's doing that as the time passes. So for example, here, we just started our stream, and you have like, I don't know, 1 second has passed. Then you ingest the first clip. It goes to overshoot, which we send to the LLM, and then it sends results back to the user, which is going to be your web app or whatever you end up building. Then time moves again, and then we ingest it again, and then send it back to you. And that's what keeps happening over time, right? And the thing is that we do this really, really, really fast. So like it's not really sequential, like you have all kind of multi-threading that's happening in the background. And this is essentially almost like how humans perceive. We can talk about that another time.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I had a question.
Yes.
So the clip length would be like fixed. So if I asked it for something from maybe like 5 minutes ago, would it be able to tell me or?
Yeah, that's up to you. That's actually a great question. Is it able to remember the past? No, it won't. That's up to you to build that memory on top of it. So you're getting the intelligence coming in, and then it's up to you to create that memory on the side. And then if the user asks something, you can read from that memory. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, go ahead, Pratham.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, like, how is it different from what we see in like Claude Code's app, like the Claude app or ChatGPT's app? They also have the same thing. I believe you said you are building on top of it. So what exactly are you building on top of it?
No, so these two are quite different. Um, Claude or ChatGPT, they have this ability to like have a video conversation with them. But this is different. Video conversation is a very turn-based thing where you talk to it and you get back results and you talk to it again. But you can't, if you try now with the ChatGPT app, you can't tell it, hey, can you tell me when you see, I don't know, like my phone or something like that, or let me know when some delivery person shows up. It cannot do that because it needs to wait for its turn to start. Um, but this is kind of built-in for a AI that can see and react at the same time on its own sort of agency.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and we're using different models that you can select from. You can select Gemini or OpenAI, but it will be really slow.
Yeah, so like I'm not quite sure, but if I'm not wrong, I recently like Google launched their 12 products, AI products, which included anti-gravity and all. And one of that product, if I'm not wrong, does kind of the same thing. So if you are just if you forgot your phone somewhere, it can just be like, okay, your phone was here because I saw it on your camera. So is it what you are kind of making?
You can build that with overshoot. What happened in the past is just memory. That's slightly different from the video understanding that's happening in real time.
Got it.
So for yeah, I'm not sure of that. Patrick?
Yeah, I just want to clarify when you talk about the memory. So, would it be something that we configure? So, say we have it keep ingesting clips. Would we want to have like a memory that we make ourselves on the side where it adds like maybe a context window? And if we wanted to ask a question that includes a memory, we'd include the context window plus the clip currently, and like all of that would be in a current prompt at some point in time
Yes.
to emulate memory. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly right. Cool. Great questions, by the way. So uh, there are a few things that you can configure. And the first one, which is exactly what somebody said, you have clip length, delay, and sampling ratio. Clip length is pretty straightforward, right? Like how far back do you look at the same time? Short clip length means the model is kind of just seeing, like understanding in like very small fragments, while a long clip length means the model is actually understanding much more complex things that are happening over time. So you basically can have a memory that's sort of infinite, but that would be that's like sort of in context memory that's sort of infinite, but that would be really expensive to run and also going to be really slow. So it's up to you to configure it based on how much what you care about and what your application depends on. The other thing that you can do is actually the delay. There's something called, it's basically the rate at which we send responses. So if you create a delay of 1 second, means that the model will be watching in 1 second increments. So for example, we are at this time and you're looking back, the model is looking back at the past, like, I don't know, 5 seconds, and it's doing whatever you ask it with the prompt. And then, um, and then you set a delay of 1 second, for example. Then the model will wait 1 second to accumulate what happened, and then we'll watch again. And in this case, there will be an overlap. It's like a roll-in window, overlapping roll-in window. And yeah, and so it keeps doing that. Obviously, so if you want it to be really, really snappy, then you have to set a very low delay. But again, be careful with that because if everybody's put in like very, very low delay, then we suddenly get really, really high QPS, and that can put a lot of load in on our system. But basically, select the delay that makes the most sense to you. If you need like very active, very fast responses, then you need to set a low delay. If it doesn't really matter that much, then you can put a high delay. Cool. Yeah. Again, this is the built-in block of all kinds of vision apps, especially if you build memory on the side. And with that, I'll pass it on to Eunice that will show you this in practice.
Hi, everyone. I saw some really interesting questions, and I want to actually answer them as we go through the demos. And if I miss some of them, I would love for you to ask me afterwards. Let me share my screen. I don't want to share my Gmail. I think I'll just share the entire screen. Is it shared?
Yeah, we can
Oh,
see
I
it.
did end up sharing my Gmail. Okay, no problem. Okay, so to start the demo off, we're going to start with showing off our playground. So in our playground here, I've entered the API key. Here we have a prompt that we can enter. Should do this. The video source could either be my camera, which I'm using to talk to you guys, or it can be a video file. And the output type can be either just natural language, so open-ended text, or it can be structured JSON. We have a response length, and then we have models that we can choose from. So one thing we allow you to do is actually like just connect to the Gemini API and do this like sort of like clip inference. I wanted to show you a comparison, but just before this, Gemini we reached our quota with Gemini because I mean, I guess that's another problem is that if you hit these commercial APIs, there will come a time where you'll hit a quota. And then here are the advanced settings. So here we are sampling at 80% of the frames, and we are watching 200 milliseconds at a time, and we are moving by 200 milliseconds. Let's see if Gemini works. So I'm just asking it to describe what it sees. Yeah, Gemini is like hitting the quota. So we're just gonna switch to our backend. We have a few models that we provide, and I hope you will see that this is really fast. If I move this around, you can see it's generating descriptions of everything. I'm gonna zoom it in for you a little bit so you can maybe read some of these descriptions. But yeah, you can see it's pretty much real time. And it'll just describe everything as fast as 200 milliseconds. So that's sort of the very base case of the playground, something you can see, like it kind of showcases the latency. Another thing that I bet you Gemini can't do is blink detection. So blinking is like super precise, it's super fast. So what we can do is just say like if the person blinks, say blink, otherwise say no blink. And that trick I'll give you guys for using these models is like the shorter the output, the faster they are. So if you can like boil down your problem to something that just takes like one or two tokens, that does improve the speed and performance. And because blinking is super fast, we're gonna use the full frame rate, right? So I'm just putting my glasses. And I think I'll have to show the history because otherwise you can miss it. So I hope that gives you a sort of idea of like the responsiveness of this thing. Um, cool. So that's the second demo. I guess I could show you one more thing through the playground, which is like read any text you see. If you do not see text, say no text. And essentially I'm telling it what to say in the other case, so it doesn't just like start giving me a big explanation about why it doesn't see text and wasting time on that. So if we do that, it's gonna say no text. But if I start pointing to some text, you can see that it's immediately reading it. So in this sense, like we just made this into a real-time OCR. That'll be it for the playground. And before we open the questions, I would like to like one question you could ask is like, what could you actually do with this? So one thing we've built a few demos to show you like what can sort of be done. So let's look for a hair comb. This is built on our SDK, and it's a sort of scanner to help people that are blind or people with low vision locate things in real time.
Scanning for hair comb. Point your camera around to search.
Can you hear the output, Zach? The audio? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. So if I'm scanning, so right now what I can do is like use my phone as a scanner. And hopefully if I go past the object.
Found very close on the desk near keyboard. Lost. Keep searching. Found very close on the table near keyboard. Lost. Keep searching. Found very close on the desk near keyboard. Lost. Keep searching. Scanning stop.
So that's a sort of scanner utility that tries, I mean, it has some logic in it where we say like, we try to help the blind person locate it by pointing to other objects in the vicinity that the blind person probably knows where they are. But essentially it's a wrapper around the SDK and we're adding to it like this text to speech and this beeping to operate as a scanner. One thing we wanted to do to get you guys excited about working on our track is we tried to make our SDK and documentation very AI friendly, and to demonstrate that we one-shotted a demo with Cloud Code. So this demo that I'm going to show you, we just gave Cloud Code the SDK. It's not even Cloud Code, the CLI. I just pasted the SDK into the chat interface of Cloud Code, and it just gave me this as a zip file after describing sort of like what I want. So this is a personal trainer that'll watch you train. It'll count your reps and it'll correct your form. So keep in mind, this is like just single shot. We didn't iterate on this. We didn't make it better. This is just what Cloud Code did with the first prompt.
Eunice, are you gonna how long does it take to one shot for Cloud Code to?
I could start it in the
Can you just
background
like
and
put can you
by
one
the
shot
time
an app while you showing this?
can I show this first?
Yeah. No, I just said like in the meantime when Cloud Code is running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
we
we can
definitely
take
could do
questions
that.
during
We
that.
can do like a text reader or something. Cool. So let's do this. So I'll do squats. My form is not bad. I'm just gonna make my form bad to demonstrate the thing. So don't this is for science. Sorry. Okay, cool.
Looking great. Keep it up. Knees are curving inward. Keep them tracking.
What should I do?
Your form is good when you're standing.
I mean, it's like only bad when I squat, right? Okay. That's enough of me squatting. Yeah, so that's another demo. As I said, this was just like one-shotted with Claude, not even CLI tool. So we're hoping that you're gonna do much better things than this. And what we can do is I'll stop sharing my screen because I'm gonna go into the
Yeah.
code and stuff like that. But what I will do now is I'll just like paste the SDK again into Claude and ask it to generate. I don't know. Do you guys have ideas for demos? We could try to one shot. Let me read to it. Let's see. No ideas. Okay, that's fine. We'll do a text reader. We'll do something that reads text or live translator. That's cool. That's actually cool. Okay, I've never tried this with translation, so I have some English text around me, and I don't know sign language, unfortunately. And maybe that's a bit like maybe that's just the better thing to do in
Can
the
you do maybe a video file?
hackathon. Sure. I
But
prefer the
or
live
we can also
translator, to be
take
honest.
questions, live questions.
Yeah, like we'll do the questions while Claude is working on this. So I'm just gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna paste it. I'm starting a new chat. Just paste the full thing. Make a single page React app with Vite that is a live translator from English to French using the SDK. It should. I can share my screen, I guess, now. Yep, this one. Okay, so this what you see here is just like the SDK, make a single page React app, React. I'm just going to do React/Vite. I found that to be the best thing that the AI can one shot. That is a live translator from English to French using the SDK. It should translate any text it sees.
Can we let the user choose the language?
Sure. Yeah. Let's do that. From English to a language of the user's choice. Yes, I should translate into text it sees to English. I mean, we could do both ways, but I think it's good enough
Hello?
if, yeah. Yes. To the chosen language. Anything else we want to add? I think this should be enough. This should be enough. Okay, let's let Claude do its thing. It would have been nice to tell it to just generate a zip file, but sometimes it does that, I think. Anyway, it's working. And while it's working, I would love to take some questions about basically overshoot. That's an interesting question, Nicholas. I see a question. What's something your customers keep asking for that your team hasn't had bandwidth to explore? I don't know if you have an answer for this, Zach. I could also.
We are like so far, by the way, like we still have not launched. So like you guys are literally the first ones that will get to use our API. Um, so we're working very closely with our design partners to sort of build some of the products that they wanted to build. And really just sort of one of our biggest pain points right now is just handling all the infra, making it fast, and maybe building memory. So yeah, our customers probably struggle the most with like model performance, and like video understanding is still like a GPT-3, GPT 3.5 sort of capacity. And so you guys will have to do a lot of prompt tuning and really sort of start understanding where the model tends to do well versus not. But that's cool because you guys would be like building now in like literally the frontier of video understanding and like all these new verticals for open-ended computer vision that has never sort of existed before, especially in real time. Eunice, you're muted, by the way.
My bad. I said I'm gonna try to answer some of these questions. What is our tech stack? Our exposed tech stack is we have uh, like a TypeScript SDK, so that can allow you to build anything with TypeScript. In the backend, we're not like super opinionated. We just use like what's fastest. Like latency is really important, as you could see. So that's sort of like what drives all of our tech decision. Generally, we just try to make it very minimal. We don't try to add too many third-party tools. We mentioned that overshooting is our model. What is a product that you initially worked on that has led you to overshooting and landing on this? Well, initially, yeah, I think Zach said we are cousins, and in back home in Morocco, our family has a farm, like a dairy farm, and the problem we overshot to fix is, well, I don't know, like it's if in dairy farming. You'll have like 1,000 cows, and each cow will have like multiple sensors on it because it's a very sensitive thing to detect when the cow is sick, when the cow is pregnant, etc. So we wanted to replace all these sensors with like a single camera that will watch like the dairy farm and it will just like track the health and the status of the flock. But when we were trying to do this using like the live APIs of OpenAI and Gemini, they were just really not made for this. So we felt this pain and we found other people have this pain and we decided we're going to be the ones to solve this. Does the LLM have any reasoning capability? So the LLMs we're using is like we are sort of model agnostic, so we can expose more and more models. We can if you guys are really opinionated about a model, you can just tell me and I'll try to get it hosted before the hackathon. Reasoning models, sort of like um,
I mean, yeah, I think we do a lot of reasoning. The only issue with the reasoning is that it will be a little slow. So
yeah,
that's
that's
really up to you
yeah.
and like the application that you're building. If you have some sort of like I don't know, some UI that shows that, oh, I'm actually thinking about it, and then you then send the response. I think that's really cool. That's all up to you.
Yeah. What are some implementations or use cases we'd like to see overshoot in? I would say we really like we have a lot of like verticals we'd really love to see overshoot in. I'll say for now like robotics would be really cool, something with robotics and decision making for robots. It would be really cool to see something with home monitoring and pet monitoring. Like, can we? I always think of this like application where you have a camera at your house and you say like, "What's my dog doing? What did my dog do in the last hour?" Something like that.
Yeah, I
Um,
think also like a lot of pet owners generally tend to keep monitoring every now and then to check that their dog is
mhm.
okay. And sometimes you can build this thing that there are these like pet monitoring like cameras that can send a treat to the dog. So
Mm,
if you can do that to distract the dog when the dog is like, I don't know, is on the kitchen counter or is behind the TV or something like that, it's like it's about to make a mess or like messing with the plants or something like that. You can, this is the first time you could do this. It's like the AI is watching the dog or the cat or whatever it is.
yeah.
Um, I also would love to see live sports highlighting or live sports commentary,
Mm,
either sports or really anything else, or like something that's watching you while you do your homework and roasting you or something like that.
yeah. Anish says, are the clips audio visual or just visual? For now, they are. We only do vision tokens, so no audio yet. I really like the UI. What tech stack are you using for the website? For the playground, you mean? For the playground, it's just like Vite TypeScript. Yeah, basically with React TypeScript, which is also what I told Claude Code to generate the app in. Who are your target customers? You guys, developers, not like anybody that finds this cool and wants to try it is basically our target customer. We're not targeting a specific vertical. We see ourselves more like an infra layer. So we want to like enable anybody, but anybody generally, like anybody that can write code or is excited about vision to build cool applications. We're not so much selling the applications themselves. We're like enabling the application building. Uh, do we have API cost or minute usage conversion? For the hackathon, it's on us. Like we'll cover your API usage. We might have some limits on so that we don't have just basically for availability so that everyone can have access and have like super fast inference. But you don't have to worry about that for the hackathon. We're launching soon after, and then we'll have pricing then. For now, for you guys, you don't worry about that. Question about YC. I think we can talk about that. I don't know if should we take like describe the YC thing, or I'll just go through the tech ones
What is it?
first,
How
and
did you
then
apply? Yeah, I think like being a stealth does not really stop you from applying to YC. You can apply
yeah,
to YC.
it has nothing to do with it. Basically, a lot of people in YC are in stealth. You don't have to have launched or anything like that.
Yeah, you can even apply to YC without an idea if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty open-ended. Like it's not gonna like YC is not gonna stop you on technicality. It's more like if they believe in you, if and you believe in yourself, like and you have yeah, product market fit, all those things. What's cool is build actual software. So did we build actual software that interprets what it sees? No, we did not build the models. What we do is like we provide super fast access to open source models that we host. So we're hosting the models and we're building the infra for them. But in our playground and using our SDK, you get to pick the model that you want. Which is our favorite AI model and how do I integrate it in AI into our daily life? Well, it has to be Claude these days, right? Like it has to be Claude and it has to be like spitting out.
Steve, of course, right? Just connect with it.
Hmm? Sorry?
I think they accidentally unmuted themselves.
No problem. Yeah, it has to be Claude and like its ability to just generate. I mean, yeah, I think it's done now. So after a few questions, I'll get back to see how it did with the demo. Can we integrate two camera screens together? For now, you'd have to like link them at the input. You'll have to like generate a single stream. Yeah, for now, that's not supported yet.
No, I think it is. I think you can integrate the like when you say you want two cameras together, like what is it that you want? Is it you want what it sees from two cameras? Then you should be able to get two camera streams, intelligence from two camera streams at the same time.
Yeah.
But if you're trying the LLM to see two different cameras side by side, then not yet. You'll have to do it yourself, and then you pass it on as a stream.
Sorry, could you elaborate on that, please? I didn't fully understand the answer.
Yeah. So if, like, for example, if you want to have two LLMs like watching a game together, right? Like, I don't know, you're passing on like a soccer match, and each one of LLMs are talking, right? Like this is an example, something that you can build. You can do that. You'll just have to pass you create the first stream and then pass it to the LLM, and then you get in some responses back, and then you have another one that's getting some responses back, and then you merge those to do whatever it is that you want. And The other one, if you want like the LLM to be watching two cameras at the same time, for example, it's watching um, like um, like imagine like a security, it's watching two separate security cameras. Then that we do not handle yet. They'll have to almost like be seen without like an LLM can only watch one stream at a time. Is kind of the main idea. Does this make sense?
We just treat them independently for now. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah. You merge the results as you want.
Okay, we actually have the result. Can you hear me? Am I muted?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay, so we have the result. The only thing that didn't work is the API URL because I didn't give it the API URL, so I'm setting that now. It's not cheating, it's still one shot. It guessed like a wrong API URL for the SDK. Is 0.2, okay. And it actually generated the full app as a single HTML. So I'm just gonna open that with you guys because I'm brave like that. If we go to downloads, we just have this index HTML. I think I updated the. Okay, so it's gonna try to translate to Spanish. Let's see if this works at all. Oh wow. I have to admit, I thought this would like need like a single fix or something. So let's stop it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna handwrite something. I'm gonna handwrite something, and I'm gonna see if it gets to translate that. So what do I write, Zach? What's some I mean, I don't speak Spanish, so I don't actually know how good the translation is, but I think I know enough Spanish to know that that's correct. I'm just gonna say overshoot is
Did
cool.
Morocco win the
I'm trying not to look
semifinal
that up
game?
because it's gonna affect my mood too much. I'm just assuming we won, so I'm not going there right now.
Yeah, we did not watch the second half because we were preparing for the
Yeah,
workshop.
and for you guys, so you better make some cool demos. My handwriting is also not the best, but what can you do? Look, the camera alignment. Okay, that's cool. I got it.
Overshoot is genial. I
See
don't know what
better?
sobrepaso,
It's like
sobrepaso.
sobrepaso, like go above and beyond, you know? Sobre is like more and paso is like paso.
Yeah.
I have some good news for you guys. Morocco won.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
nice. Wow,
Damn, thanks.
yeah, we made it. Okay, should we add a prize?
Congratulations.
Should we add-
Omar, you won the hackathon.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, maybe let's try another language or something. I don't know. Do you have something we could do with this? I mean, this is like, let's remember what this is, 'cause I think this is really cool. This was Cloud Code one-shotting, basically a really cool thing using RSDK. Let's see Dutch. I speak a bit of Dutch. I don't know if anybody here speaks Dutch. I also see that it's yeah, it's like translating, but like understanding watermarks and not translating those and names. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited. I wanna participate. I don't know about you guys. Uh, uh, I see the conversation is like about Morocco winning or not. I'll get back to you, Zach.
Yeah, well, I mean, this was great. I love the interaction here. We will be there. Both Eunice and I will be there. We'll have a banner. the overshoot. And yeah, we'll hope to see you guys, and we like to see what you guys will be building. We're gonna rank the project based on cool stuff, like how cool and how well it works. I hope you guys are gonna overshoot with your projects. Um, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you all on this weekend.
Amazing. Thank you so much. We'll be sending out the recordings in the Luma, and thank you for coming. We're excited to see you all this weekend.